stand by.
The sound of the city.
Thank you for listening to 96.5 Inner FM.
Because, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be interviewing Joe Mandica. He's coming up next on our program. We're going to review this wonderful CD he's put out. So that's all coming up next. We're going to review this wonderful CD now, John. Joe Mandica presents Grooves. And here's one of his artists on the CD. And nice-looking bloke this guy here is. Vince Thomas is his name. Have a look at this, John. Have a look at that guy there. Isn't he good? Eh?
Sure
Looks
is.
very young, doesn't he, eh?
He does.
When you love to look like that, eh?
I wouldn't mind it.
Gee whiz, he'd be pumping. Okay, here he is, Vince Thomas.
You are solid gold. Only mine to hold. I'm so lucky that you love me, 'cause you are solid gold. There is a time, there is a place for everything. So whenever it is, wherever you are, that's where I wanna be. With you I do believe it's true, that love will always get us through. So we can set our hearts on doing anything and everything. Yeah. Right here in my arms. Keep you safe from harm. Always love you, my baby blue. Right here in my arms. There is a time, there is a place for everything. So whenever it is, wherever you are, that's where I wanna be. With you I do believe it's true, that love will always get us through. So we can set our hearts on doing anything and everything. Anything, there is a time, there is a place for everything. So whenever it is, wherever you are, that's where I wanna be. With you I do believe it's true, that love will always get us through. So we can set our hearts on doing anything and everything. Solid gold. In my arms.
96.5 Inner FM. That CD is just been released. It's called Grooves, and it's Joe Mandica presents Grooves. That's one of the artists on the CD. Vince Thomas, accompanied there by someone on the piano by the name of Giovanni Moradi, I think. Joe's going to clarify that with us right now. A number of artists on this wonderful CD, including Tony Pantano and our great mate Fortunato Isgro. But we're going to get into the CD, review the CD in general, a few tracks along the way. But first of all, let's introduce to the airwaves multi-instrumentalist, producer, songwriter, vocalist, the man they call the Initiative, the one and only Joe Mandica. Hi there, Joe.
G'day, Ronnie. How are you, mate?
Very good indeed. Now, welcome to the program. Say hi.
Thank you.
I've got a couple of colleagues in the studio here. First of all, Dennis, that got you on the line.
G'day, Hello, Dennis. How you doing?
Good, mate. Yourself?
Good, mate. Good.
So, John Perugia. Say hi to John.
Ciao, John.
Ciao, Joe. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Good. Nice
I
to
think
hear
you know
from you.
Joe Mandica.
I think, yes, we do. We have met years ago.
Probably have. The name is very familiar.
Yes, we have met.
Excellent.
Okay, Joe, now this wonderful concept, this new CD, 2018, new release, that you've combined a lot of the artists that you've produced over the years and put them all on one package. Tell us all about it.
That's correct, yeah. Back in about 2013, I did this album called The Initiative, which had 7 local artists singing 14 songs. You know, that opened a lot of doors up. I went to America 3 times. I met lots of different people, producers, writers.
You went to the City of Angels, did you not?
I certainly did, yeah. And during that time, we did more productions and more recordings with different artists, different vocalists, even one fella from Italy as well. And basically, it got to a point where I thought, you know, I have a lot of recordings that are sitting here all individually in different places. I wonder how they would go if I grouped them all together. So I had a go at putting them together, and I felt that there was a bit of a flow there, a bit of a groove. So I thought, let's compile it, and I got all the artists. They agreed that they were excited to be part of this compilation, and that's how it all came together. So we have local artists, as in Melbourne, Australia. We have Fortunato in Brisbane, of course, and we have in Los Angeles. We have three artists and a couple of big names as well, and one fella from Italy who was recently in Australia, Francesco Misitano. And that's the album. That's Grooves. Yeah.
Yeah, you linked up all these wonderful artists, which is viewed too. But you got involved with a great producer over there in the States, a very well-known producer by the name of Preston Glass.
That's right, Preston Glass, producer and songwriter. He's written and produced hit records for Natalie Cole, Whitney Houston, Aretha Franklin, #1 hits for her. Kenny G was another one of his big artists, and he's worked with people like Lionel Richie and the Temptations and countless others. So very, very well respected man in the United States there and around the world.
Okay. Now, you still keep in contact with him?
Yeah, he's involved with this album. He's involved on 7 songs in this album, either in a co-writing songs with me or co-producing or producing songs on the album. And we're currently still writing songs for another project in 2019 now, which hopefully is very exciting as well. So yeah, no, we've become colleagues, we're friends as well. And the music we're putting out is quite nice. So we'll keep it going as long as we can keep coming up with good stuff. Yeah.
Did he not invite you to a wonderful CD launch of duets that he got involved with? I think Frida Payne was one of them that appeared at the show.
He put out an album called Dynamic Duets, I think.
There you go.
And yes, Frida Payne and a fellow named Cliff Payne, not related, but both the same surname. They were on the album, and she performed there, of course, Frida, with her hit, The Band of Gold. And it was fantastic to have her here. Also on there in the audience was Ron Tyson from The Temptations. So it was pretty exciting to be a part of all this rock royalty, you know.
You're amongst big names there. Danny, would you like to ask Joe Mandica something?
Oh, I was just, we're probably going to get to that later, Ronnie, but about the CD, best way to get a hold of it?
Yes.
We're giving away one to one lucky person today, but if anyone wants to buy one, what's the best way?
Well, you can basically, it is available. There's a link on my Facebook page, or if you just type in Joe Mandica Presents Groups, you'll find a link online where you can order a physical copy. If you're doing iTunes, of course, just go to iTunes or Spotify. If you're using those mediums, it's all there and available to purchase. Or you can always just email me or contact me through Facebook, and we can organise. Yeah.
Well, we'll put the details on our Facebook page as well, so it'll be 96.5 Inner FM. We'll put a link up there for you as well, mate.
Excellent.
So we can
Thank you, Dennis.
get people there nice and easy.
Great.
Now, Joe, there's a group on there called The Secrets.
Yes.
Okay, they do a song All the Way.
Yep.
Nothing to do with the Sinatra track.
Not at all, but the same title. Yeah.
Now, they recorded this at a Richmond recording studio. Now, you know what intrigues me about this? Lobby Lloyd studio, was it right?
That's right. This track actually goes back a few years, okay?
Yeah.
Lobby Lloyd was the producer at the time.
Yep.
This is going back in the 80s, okay? Probably about 84, 85 is when this was recorded. And Lobby Lloyd was the producer. I was in the band called The Secrets. I was very young, about 21, 22 at the time.
Okay.
With vocalist Peter Rector, and we co-wrote this song. And Lobby Lloyd had heard us and asked us to come in and do 4 tracks. And we went off to Richmond Recorders, and we did the tracks. And very shortly after that, there was a bit of trouble going on. The studio was closed down and liquidated. I'm not sure what was happening in the background. Obviously, some financial problems, and recordings were never finished and completed for until about a few years, 3 or 4 years ago, when we managed to find those master recordings, and we took them down to our friend out in the Toyland Studios in Northcote, and he was able to transfer those old tapes onto digital, and he mixed the songs. Of course, because Lobby Lloyd's passed away now, of course, so he wasn't able to be involved in that last part of it.
Now,
so,
we're speaking of Lobby Lloyd of the Coloured Balls,
yes,
right?
That's the one. He's the one, yep.
Okay. So, we're going to play a few bars of it, so have a listen, everybody, and look at the way this has been remixed, as you mentioned there, and they put it all together. I mean, it's just marvellous with all the technology we've got today.
We're so lucky to be living in this day and age, Ron, with all this fantastic
Oh,
technology.
don't tell my mate that. Don't tell my mate before me, mate. He just hands me all the time. Give me a break. I'm from the old school there, Joe.
Old school's a very popular term, you know.
Yeah, it certainly is, particularly when you're playing mini discs and cassettes.
They're all coming back, don't worry.
Joe, let's have a dose of The Secrets and the track All the Way.
Now that you gave your love, 'cause I never realized you gave your everything to me. You took me all the way. Now I know why love's sweet. You took me all the way. Now I know I'm complete. Couldn't stand it if you loved me, then turned away.
There we go. That's The Secrets, part of the group that and vocalists that are on this wonderful CD presented by Joe Mandica, Grooves. Now, my good buddy up there on the coast in Queensland, Nato Isgro, we call him.
Yep.
He's got a track on there. In fact, there's 2. He combines one with Your Good Self and Tony Pantano.
That's right.
This one here, Angel from Up There. Tell us a bit about that.
Okay, that's the latest recording that Fortunato has made. He just did it in the last couple of months. A song that I've written with Preston Glass, who we've mentioned, from Los Angeles. Fortunato was very excited about the prospect of doing this track. And, so he's got a magnificent voice, very powerful, strong voice. And I think you nailed it.
Okay, Joe, let's have a dose of the track that we're referring to from Nato Isgro. Here he is.
Standing there she waits. I can see her face. And her eyes oblige. I can smell her hair. And she's all alone. My angel from up there. Just like the rush of a springtime breeze, you touch me through and through. Your love came and enlivened me and made me feel brand new. Since I saw you, even though I didn't
track, that Joe and our great mate there from up on the coast there, Fortunato Isgro. Now, there's another gentleman on the CD, Francesco Misitano, is it? Is that how you pronounce his surname?
Yeah, Francesco Misitano.
Okay. He expresses an Italian piece on there. What's it called? Sono pazzo di te.
That's correct. You're very good, Ron.
Come on, mate.
Yep.
Tell me what it's all about.
I think the translation is "I'm mad about you," which sounds nicer in Italian. Sono pazzo di te. He's madly in love. He's just, but that's basically what the title's saying. He's got a magnificent romantic voice.
Let's have a listen, Joe?
Okay.
Here he is.
Ascolta, ti prego, sono qui per te, solo un minuto, e dopo me ne andrò, ma spero, lo spero, che dopo capirai. Non ho altro ormai, mi sono innamorato di te, sono pazzo di te. Ascolta, ti giuro, quando parlo con te.
Very nice indeed. Now, Joe, the lady's going to mention on the CD too, and a lovely lass that we had the good fortune of interviewing a little while back there.
That's
and
right.
she did so well overseas there. Stephanie Angelini.
Yes.
And also Alicia, how do you pronounce the last name?
Aegis.
Okay,
Aegis.
Alicia Aegis.
Yep.
Okay, Watch Me Melt. Tell me the story behind that track.
Okay, Watch Me Melt. Again, another song co-written with Preston Glass. The music for that song was recorded in Los Angeles, and the vocals were done actually in Melbourne. Alyssa is a local girl, and she's working with her husband Daniel. They work as a duo called Unlimited all over Melbourne, and basically fortunate to have her on the album doing one of the rockier numbers on the album.
Okay, let's have a listen. We're reviewing the wonderful CD from Joe Mandica called Grooves. And finally, Joe, I just want to explain to the listeners, we're giving a copy of this away today.
Yep.
There's 14 great tracks on the CD. We come up to a track here from our good friend Tony Pantano, your good self, and Fortunato Isgro. And is this a song that you composed yourself there, Joe?
I did. I wrote that one. Yes, correct. And basically, I wrote it, and Tony Pantano first recorded it on his album. I think he had an album called Il Mondo, and it's on that album. Fortunato Isgro also recorded a version on his album called Journey, and I recorded a version of my album called 1,000 Miles. And the logical thing was, why don't we all see if we can get it together and see how it works with the three of us singing, and it's magic. That's all I can
Here it
say.
is. Don't take the time. The three guys together.
Oh, baby. We didn't even take the time to say it's over. We wouldn't even make the time to say we're through. But in the end, you were my friend. Our days have gone, come to an end. We didn't even take the time to say goodbye.
I still believe we needed time to talk it over. You would have seen that
say there, Joe, it's got a bit of a country flavour to it, has it not?
It's got a bit of pedal steel guitar just crying in the background, you know.
Yeah, beautifully done. Now, Joe, you're open for bookings too, you good self?
Oh, obviously, yeah, we're always working and performing around Melbourne, yes, that's correct, yeah.
Okay. And are you doing any dates of late that you wish to put over? Any engagements? Or
Well,
what?
I'd like to mention that we're doing our New Year's Eve white party ball at the Lakeside Receptions in Taylor's Lakes.
Yep.
And, we've got a couple of tables left. We're nearly sold out. So this is our 5th year that we've been doing the New Year's Eve, so it'd be wonderful if anyone wants to come along. We've got a great lineup, including Stephanie Angelini, who's part of the lineup, and Nino Bisignano, who's also on the album. So, be a fantastic
Well, Joe, John should come up there because that's where he's living out that way now. So
Okay.
only up the road, John.
I'll
You
do
can
that.
drop in and say hello.
Why not?
Why not?
Sounds like a great night. And any more details on all that? We all on joemandica.com?
Yeah, it's all on the website, or just come to the Facebook page, whatever people use these days. But, yeah, it's all available on the website. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Good on you, Joe. It's been a pleasure talking to you, mate, and I hope the CD does well for you.
Thank you.
And
Thank
they
you for
will
support.
be available at the shows, no doubt.
Yes.
And above all that, congratulations on the CD. We're going to give a copy away today, and we're saving the other one for another occasion.
Excellent.
But we'll give a copy away today to our listeners. It'll be part of the prize project or package today that we'll be drawing out close to 3 p.m. But congratulations once again, and all the very best, and continued success in the business too, Joe.
Thank you, Ron, and keep having that show on the Saturdays, mate. You're helping a lot of artists out there. Thank
Mate,
you very much.
That's what we're here for.
Yep. And, guys, nice to chat to you. Dennis and John,
Cheers,
all
mate.
the best. Thank you.
Likewise, all the best to you.
Okay.
Good on you, Joe. Thanks
Okay.
for coming down the line. Joe Mandica there, and availability of this wonderful CD, and it's available right now. Joe Mandica presents Grooves, the initiative, the guy they call the initiative there, Denny. So there you go. It was great to catch up with Joe Mandica. He's been around a while, Joe.
Yes.
He knows his stuff, and he knows. I love him when he's performing. You still there, Joe?
Yeah, I'm still
I love the way you wear that hat, the bowler hat, and you, when you're swaying and mixing with the music and everything, you sort of bounce your head up and down, boom, boom. It's just great when you're playing the guitar. Another thing I want to ask you too, Joe, just before we go.
Yep.
When Ringo Starr came to town, you had the pleasure of catching up with him one-on-one.
Oh, I did, only for a very brief moment, but it was wonderful, yeah.
It was great. You had a photo shoot with him, did you?
Yeah,
not?
we were lucky to get a quick photo. I was like, yeah, hello, how you doing? You know, da-da-da, photo, and move on. But, my claim to fame, yes, I met a Beatle. I did.
Yeah, would have been fantastic. What a wonderful experience that would have been.
Yeah,
Did he have much to say to you, Joe?
The only thing that I can really say is that I was wearing an Elvis T-shirt, right?
Yeah. Oh.
Because he's a huge they're all
Really?
big Elvis fans. All the other guys that were there wearing Beatles T-shirts.
Terrific.
So I wore an Elvis one. He noticed it and he goes, "Oh, the King." That's what he said to me. That's the King.
Well, there you go. You can't beat it. So good on you, Joe. All the very best to you, mate.
Okay.
Thanks for
Bye
coming
for now.
down the line.